Alright, it's 9:45. The Christmas party I'm at, oh man, they just opened all the presents. But I'm fucking cold. I'm damn cold, dude. The van's right there. Fire my van and get the heater going on. I don't know if you can see me. Probably can't. I'm not gonna try. The van's right there. I'm gonna fucking fire up the heater. I'm cold. Alright. It's December 21st here in San Bernardino. About to go check on the job right now. Go down to the agency. Gotta put on my COVID mask. Had a good night's sleep. Just had a good lunch. It's really breakfast is eggs and sausage and bagels, but it's 2 in the afternoon. I just finished, so I can go down and find out about jobs. Went down the list of my plan A, plan B, plan C, all the way to G or H. And it seems decent right now. I think the future seems decent. I was looking at Airbnb stays in Vegas, and they seem reasonable. And I have enough money right now. I blew through a lot of money on the way down here, but it's still good enough. It gets scary sometimes. It feels like a slippery slide, and it's like, holy shit, man. How am I gonna make this work? But yeah, I'm gonna go out, and I gotta make a couple phone calls. And it's the holiday season. There's a couple of people I still haven't physically seen, and make sure that they get their undivided attention. That's important to me, because there was a party a couple days ago, and you don't get to give undivided attention to everyone, especially like in a party circumstance. You have little short moments, but everyone's around, and you could do small talk for a few minutes. But I'm not worried, man. This is the end of 2020. It's been a weird year. One of my favorite memes that I've seen this year was Doc from Back to the Future. He's sitting in a DeLorean talking to Marty, and he says, rule number 1, never set it to 2020. So yeah, okay. Oh, I'm out. There's a postman right there. Okay, went to that liquor mart. I got a glazed donut right here at this donut place. Got this donut factory, I guess, and I got a Fireball, a couple of small ones. They're not gag gifts, but I'm not sure how many people are going to be there, so just trying to make it stretch, really. And if not a whole lot of people show, I'll just give these away for free. So, all right, Christmas party time. Okay, I'm over here at Ruby Hills. Ruby Hills Park. I had to use the restroom. And luckily, the park's open, the restroom's open. These are insane times we're living in, where it's a roll of the dice everywhere you go. Some gas stations have their restrooms open, but not all of them, and the plan's starting to crystallize a little. I have an appointment for tomorrow morning at 10 in a place that I'm gonna talk to. They've got me some pretty good jobs, and I hope whatever they give me is good, and maybe I'll try to find a room locally. And then I have a few days that I gotta really pick and choose, about tonight's Monday Night Football. Tomorrow I have the appointment. Wednesday I'm supposed to have dinner in the desert. Thursday is Christmas Eve, and I'm hoping to see one of my other sisters, and hopefully all that goes like clockwork, or pretty close. Okay, it's 10 gifts is what I got, and that's, I think, the most expensive one. It's a little totem, a little totem pole, the Raider thing at the top. A lot of Raider fans where I'm going for this Christmas party. I got Raider Dominoes, Dodger baseball. I'm in Southern California, so Lakers and Dodgers both won championships this year. Pencils, deck of cards, bottle opener. You know, just small stuff, a pen, keychain kind of thing. So, you know, basically there's 10 of them. So that's the way it goes, man. All right. Okay, guys, I think I'm gonna call this piece end of 2020. The last few pieces have had to do with location, leaving Seattle, Oregon to California, Bay Area, whatever, back in SoCal, and those have been the last collections. But now it's not about location as much as time, which is, this is December 21st, 2020. So it's been a weird year. I'm going to repeat this a few times probably. But there was this meme, Back to the Future, Doc is sitting on DeLorean, and he's telling Marty, he says, rule number 1, never said it's 2020. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, okay? If you're able to laugh at something, you probably beat it, by the way. So I'm going to have a few clips. This is my second night staying here in San Bernardino at my buddy's house, and we're going to be vague sometimes and specific other times. The high points in Seattle were good. The low points, I'd rather not remember them, you know, and there weren't a whole lot of them, but it's just the nature of anything. And it's just like coming back to see people that, you know, that you wanted to see that you missed. It's the same thing, and it's just the nature of it, you know, where the high points are fucking good and the low points are, damn, this is why I left. Okay, but I believe there's love. I believe there's love between me and my sisters, me and the best of my friends, you know, me and a lot of the people that were here in Southern California. I'm going to give you an anecdote. Van Halen was one of the better rock groups there's ever been. And they started off with David Lee Roth as a front man. Then he decided to do his solo stuff, and somewhere between A and B, they just said, you know what, you just go do your thing and we'll do our thing. And then they got Sammy Hagar to be the singer. And Eddie Van Halen in particular, hey man, he got along with David Lee Roth until he didn't. And he got along with Sammy Hagar until he didn't. And then, you know, they kicked out Sammy, and then they went with Gary Cherone for a short period, but then they went back to David Lee Roth. They were at the MTV Music Awards or something, and it looked like things were going to click, you know, after Sammy was gone and David Lee Roth's back. And they didn't click. Things didn't click. And Eddie Van Halen said, hey man, he's treating us like kids again. And it's just funny how you love these people and you have the best of your times with them, best times of your life. But it's funny how even as adults, and I remember this in my 20s, in my 30s, now I'm in my 40s, it's funny how people snap back into patterns, you know, whatever the patterns are, you know, dysfunctional patterns. And it goes with friends, family, whatever. And I'm fine. Whoever I'm talking to, friend, foe, stranger, doesn't matter. Whoever I'm talking to, I'm fine. I wish life was bliss all the time, but it's not. Right now, life is good enough, okay? So I'm going to put on some clips. And this is the end of 2020. It's already been a weird year. So this is par for the course, okay? All right. Okay. Usually checkout goes a lot more quickly. I was over there in room 262 right there. Took nearly a half hour because, you know, I got there at 11, a little before 11, and there's a line wrapped around, you know, Motel 6 here, partly because of COVID and the social distancing, but also because they go and check your room. When you turn in your key, they have someone check your room. It takes 2 or 3 minutes to make sure you didn't, like, foul up the room or whatever. I'm in San Bernardino, and one of the malls, there's a couple of malls here. One of them's actually mostly closed down, but one of them's over here, about 2-3 miles. I'm gonna buy a few gifts. And had one of my sisters, she made spaghetti yesterday, and my other sister that went up there said they have plenty of spaghetti left, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. Spaghetti, but in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and go to a mall and, you know, buy a few presents. So that's that. Is you know, one of the sites where teenagers used to come to make out. Right there, you know, it's like a turnout point. They say it's an all-American city, 1977. Back then, it was a kick-ass city with the Air Force Base and, you know, a lot of things. And I'm not saying it's a bad place anymore, but you get the sense that it's a little more forgotten than it used to be. But this is where I grew up, in this town. This is where I was born. I was born in San Bernardino. And Fontana is where I'm driving to right now, to an employment agency, just to check out my options. And the TripAdvisor says it's about a 20-minute drive, so you get an idea how far these places are to and from one another. But I like San Bernardino growing up, so that's that.